Joe Bar is a famous TikToker who switched to streaming and became big on streaming. But as a streamer, you have to care for your viewers. I mean, they are your source of income. But what if you get pressured by your chat so much that you just have to stop caring for them altogether? Today we'll be looking at Joe Bar and all the struggles that he had to deal with when he started out streaming. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe. Everything is recorded on my Twitch, so go follow me there, and I hope you enjoy. I started this the other night. I didn't get to finish it, so we're honestly just gonna restart from the beginning. All right, everyone, say hi to YouTube. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna fucking start this.
One part of any live stream is the chat. Every night, thousands of viewers pour into their favorite streamer's chat. Together, they decide what games get played, what videos get watched, and the streamers who keep them entertained get paid. It sounds pretty easy, right? Just give the chat what it wants.
No, it's not
the problem
easy at
is,
all.
chat never wants just one thing. There's thousands of people all asking for something different, and no matter what you do, someone's unhappy. The biggest streamers learn to follow the majority and keep the party moving, because stopping everything for one unhappy viewer is the cardinal sin of streaming. You don't leave 10,000 people hanging over a single.
Yo, people who spam L's in the chat, like, I don't like. Like, do you really have nothing to do with your day to the point where you hop in someone's live stream and click the same button? Like, if you say a sentence for them to hopefully to read out, that's fair. But if you're spamming L's, like you're actually just wasting everyone's time doing that shit.
Name in the chat. But what happens when the needs of the one are a matter of life and death?
My girlfriend of 3 years took her own life in November of 2025. Losing my best friend and the person I love most in the world. I'm feeling like my life is no longer worth living, and I've been falling into a bad habit of drug addiction, leading me to on MDMA in December. I don't want to be here anymore.
This is Joe Bartolozzi, and he's one of the only streamers that stops everything when someone needs help.
If a chatter of mine is coming into my chat saying they're suicidal, I am first and foremost going to read their message.
But when you do this, when you make yourself the person people turn to at their lowest, you're also now the one who has to carry the weight of it. Because now you're surrounded by darkness.
Today I decided to end everything. Got a shotgun, can't find it in me to love myself.
Now you're giving away pieces of yourself to everyone around you.
People are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't.
Now it feels like the whole world is on your shoulders.
Now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start themselves.
That's a heavy weight to pick up, and we wanted to know why.
Who is Joe Bartolozzi, and why do you care so deeply about some of the things that you do?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. This is my last day on Earth, so I want to send. All right, Soham, you know what? Soham, do it. Soham, do it. If you want to sit in my chat, do it. No. I ain't like Joe. You should do it. Nah, I'm kidding though, bro. But like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're like, there's ways to get help. If you're in someone's like stream, like I get like you probably like admire the person, but if you're in someone's stream and like, yo, I'm thinking about offing myself, like, you're doing the first step of like able to get help, like at least get help. But yeah, no, as I was saying, like there's like, bro, there's like ways to get help. Like if you're reaching out to a streamer, that means you're willing to reach out. Yeah, I'll text Joe for
Maybe
you
a little
right
deep for 10:30 in the morning, but
No, it's all right.
Joe Bartolozzi was born on February 6th, 2002, and grew up in southern New Jersey. Joe wasn't the kid you have picked to become famous online. He was the small, quiet kid, the one getting picked last for everything.
I was kind of like the lanky kid that didn't really know how to control his body, so that's why I was picked last.
But by high school, things started turning around.
Actually,
he hit his...
Okay, that's actually a unique one. Bro, everyone be like hopping in the TikTok live and be like, oh, I actually just busted on your face. That's a unique one. You know, I respect that.
Growth spurt, got into lifting, and went from being the kid nobody picked to a legitimate athlete. So, by 2019, Joe's a track athlete at a Catholic prep school in New Jersey, working part-time at a GNC, heading towards a completely normal life.
Yo, I didn't know he was
And then a Chinese tech
athlete.
company bought a dying lip-syncing app.
TikTok is the latest app to capture the attention of teens and young adults across the world.
A Chinese company called ByteDance bought the relatively dead app Musical.ly. They gutted it, rebranded it, and on August 2nd, 2018, TikTok officially hit the App Store.
TikTok.
Now, early on, TikTok was mostly just the same creators who came over from Musical.ly. So all of those cringy lip sync videos and the reputation that came with them
came over from Musical.ly.
So all
This guy genuinely made me cringe. Like, what was I in 2019? Like, I was like 15, 14, something like that. This guy actually made me cringe.
Those cringy lip sync videos and the
This guy was funny as fuck, though. This guy, I remember this guy, too. He made me laugh.
reputation that came with
Just 'cause
them
I'm not
carried
stupid.
straight over.
Going through your parents' divorce is more fun than going through TikTok.
For a while there, TikTok as a whole was pretty cringy.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of.
But even with that reputation, Joe figured he'd try it anyway. He posted
what
his
happened
first
to
TikTok
Duet
in
Face when
December of
everyone duetted?
2019, and it got a few hundred likes, which is nothing crazy, but it was enough to make him post another one, and another one, and he just kept going. Within a few months, he went from pointing at text on a screen to actually talking.
Wait, I remember that video.
Just kept
no,
going.
No, hold on. There was one like this where it's like a person slamming their toe against a wall, and it's like, this is how normal people stub their toe. And Joe, this is the first time I ever saw Joe. I started dying for like hours. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I still had the TikTok.
It's scientifically proven that your brain won't let you stub your own toe. See?
Me and my friend were literally just sitting there, just watching it on repeat over and over and over, dying. That's probably like the funniest Joe's ever been. To me, at least.
Within a few months, he went from pointing at text on
Yo,
a
what up,
screen to
Zach?
actually talking, ranting straight to the camera about whatever stupid thing pissed him off that day.
There's no looking left or right in the urinal at all times.
This is where Joe carved out his lane. He became the loud guy in the beanie who'd yell about people who drink sparkling water or crash out over some DIY.
Yeah, he doesn't really wear beanies much anymore.
Floating!
By the time COVID hit, TikTok was becoming a mainstream platform. Suddenly, TikTokers were performing at NBA halftime shows or hanging with the Kardashians. I mean, the D'Amelios were dropping a reality show on Hulu. It was the biggest app in the world, and Joe had gotten in early.
6 months after you started posting,
Yo, does anyone know if that like Netflix show, like, it was Netflix, I think. Oh no, Hulu. You just said Hulu. If that show like ever did good, the Charlie D'Amelio show, like I've never seen a clip, I've never seen a video, I've never seen anything about that. Like I don't know if it's actually good at all.
if I'm not mistaken, you had over 1 million followers on TikTok.
2020 TikTok, you could literally post anything, and if it got any amount of views, half the people that saw it would follow you.
So now you've got a teenage guy, fresh out of high school, with millions of people watching his every move. But what do you think this does to a person?
It's not the same guys as like a Disney star, right? Because I was nowhere near that level. But it's just the idea of like, I was a teenager that's getting clout, and I think 99% of the time, that's bad.
And Joe was no exception. All of those views, all that attention that comes with internet fame, it went straight to his head.
I went from being a really insecure, it was like two polar.
Yo, there's two paths you could take. If you get famous really early, you can either like, I feel like what Joe did, like wake up and be like, yo, like fuck this, like I need to better myself, I need to be a better person. Or you can let all of it go to your head and end up like Rakai, and then you're kind of just cooked. I mean, shit, he's successful, like good for him, but I feel like, I don't know, too much.
Opposites, right? And I had to find the medium. Like I used to be really insecure when I was in like middle school, early high school, to a point where like I started working out, I started doing this, and then it went like full flop to like narcissism. And so it was like an obsession with myself because of insecurity that then inflated my ego to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm awesome.
And you can see it in the content from that era. The
Damn.
captions, the attitude, the way that he carried
Damn,
himself.
he's a model.
So,
What the
this is
fuck?
my proposal for any women out there that would like to participate in the holiday but don't have anybody to assist them. I'm here.
This is the version of Joe that Joe doesn't like.
That person in that facade I had to do to create that character actually became me for a short period of time, and I hated it.
But as much as Joe hates this version of himself, he also kind of owes everything to him. Because that ego is what gave him the confidence and drive to start making bigger swings in his career. And when you're building yourself from the ground up, those two things can be the difference between success and failure. You see
That is true. There's like a good middle area. If you have too much of an ego, you're an asshole. If you have too little of an ego, you don't believe in yourself. So there's like a middle area where you're not an asshole, but you have enough confidence in yourself to like take risks and just do shit.
See, everyone wants to start their own thing until they realize how much work starting actually takes. Building your website, setting up payments, all the boring stuff. Most people don't quit because the idea was bad. They quit because the setup got in the way. That's where WAP comes in. WAP lets you launch your entire online business so
W ad plug.
on TikTok with
Oh, here we go. All right.
But now back to Joe and the business he was just starting to build. It started with diversifying his audience, because unlike YouTube or Twitch, your follower count is kind of empty on TikTok. You can have 1 million followers on there and make no money, because the platform simply doesn't pay its creators anything worthwhile.
Like, I was probably
Oh,
making,
I
like,
remember that guy. I love
10K
that
a
guy.
year.
He doesn't
It
like
I
the
was making
superhero
less than
things
minimum
now.
wage.
So, in the summer of 2020, just before starting his freshman year of college, Joe announced his first ever Twitch stream.
I'm gonna start streaming video games on Twitch in a day or two.
He started moving viewers from TikTok to Twitch, where he'd stream games like Rocket League and Fall Guys.
Oh, I got it! I got it!
Then he'd take the best moments from those streams and post them to YouTube. By fall of that year, Joe was juggling multiple TikTok uploads a day, streaming on Twitch, making YouTube content, all while managing his classwork in college.
What was the schedule like in college? There's so much going on. How do you manage that?
It was a lot. Like, balancing streaming and college sucked. But it was so doable. And I hate when streamers say, oh, I really needed to drop out to pursue streaming. Like, get the out of here. I was
Bet you $1 million she's a business major. That is some shit as a fellow business major, that is some shit a business major would say.
growing and in college the entire time.
Thank you for 3 million followers.
4 million followers.
Like, I will say, 3 of my roommates have taken Calc 2, and like they're engineer majors. They're like up all night studying, like for one test that they'll get like a C on. Me, I'll spend an hour of my work and have the rest of the day to myself. That's a business major thing right there. I can already tell you.
By December, Joe had cleared 5 million followers on TikTok, and just a few months after his first stream, Joe was pulling in nearly 1,000 average viewers on Twitch.
Good for him.
I was so obsessed with performance.
Joe was constantly studying social media, trying to understand what made videos pop, what people responded to, and why certain videos failed. That confidence had turned into a full-blown obsession, but because of it, Joe was starting to not like the person he saw in the mirror.
I'm trying to map out where
Holy
the
mogger.
ego kind of starts to disappear versus...
Holy mugger.
Like, was there a low point, a moment where you're like, holy, I gotta change?
Yeah.
Yo, chat, can we take a vote? Do you think Joe or Marlon looks better? Marlon's got that like melanin like in him, but Joe, I feel like I don't know, they both look good. I don't want to be a Marlon Glazer, but I kind of think Marlon's like a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, Joe's really good looking.
I don't think there was like an aha, right? It wasn't like a light switch flip. It was more over the span of like a 6-month period where I was like, I'm kind of being a dickhead. Yeah. Coupled with a variety of things. So I don't know if you can include this in the video. That's up to you. I tripped on mushrooms for the first time, like, and I hate when people talk about like that being a genuine changing factor in their life, because it's like, okay, cornball, like that.
I actually didn't know this. Low-key, like, I'm not gonna lie, with like Joe's physique, like you'd expect like maybe he's done weed in there, but like I feel like with his physique he'd care about what he's putting into his body. I never knew that he smoked weed or did any kind of drugs or just shit like that. Like I never knew that. So that we're getting to the point where I kind of stopped watching last night. Things are clicking now. I did not know this at all.
That's what made you, really have that light switch. But I think it was like, it was a part of it, like it removed the grooves of life that I have gotten into, and it made me reset to a point where I had to kind of look in myself. A lot of the people that I knew in philosophy classes as well were sharing ideas that, I may have heard but not resonated or understood.
That goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, it's either you have that moment where you're like, okay, I need to fucking fix myself, or you become an egotistical maniac like Jack Doherty that nobody fucking likes.
Fully, it was so much like, wow, I'm gonna die one day. I should kind of treat people in a way that's like, this is our only life. And I accredit my viewers a lot, because in that time, parasocial relationships built a little bit, which is bad. But at the same time, there were people coming to me for the first time going, I want to kill myself.
You were chatting to your last streamer because you're ending it all. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If there was a moment of like lock in, it was that.
What happened? One of my subs just said he's gonna kill himself. Dude, do you need help?
Because I was going, yeah, even though I'm
Like, that goes back to what I was saying. That's crazy. Like, if you're willing to reach out to a streamer, like, I get parasocial relationships. Like, you feel like you know the person, this, that. But you're willing, like, to say it out loud. Tell people to, like, get professional help. Don't come... I feel like it's just not fair to the person playing games. Like, Joe's streaming for fun. He's playing games for fun. And all of a sudden, you drop this big bomb. Like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. So then... Joe's not worried. Like, he's freaking out. Like, okay, I don't want to ignore this person, but, I mean, obviously I can't speak for him, but I don't want to ignore this person, but I don't want to, like, say something that could make him actually do it. I don't want him to legitimately do it. Like, and you're on such thin ice all of a sudden, a snap of a finger, like, just because someone's, like, saying that.
19... You know, there are people that actually look up to me
19 is
in a
also
way
too
that's
young.
like, I need to be better.
I'm 19.
Life is the best thing that will ever happen. No matter how bad it can get, life is amazing.
Now, put yourself in that chair for a second. You're 19 years old. You started streaming to play video games, to have fun and make people laugh, and somebody you've never met just told you they're planning their own death. And out of everyone in their life, they picked you to tell.
I feel like no one cares and I want to end it all. I have a date planned, so you'll probably never see me again. I want to say you make me laugh a lot. I'm going to kill myself October 2nd. No one will remember me.
And this kept happening. Joe would go live, and sooner or later, somebody would show up in a genuine crisis, typing their darkest thoughts into a Twitch chat.
That is crazy too. Like, I get it's all like anonymous and stuff, which there is anonymous things out there, but it's also just like, what if some people are like typing that just for attention? Just so like Joe can pull up his whatever he had, this thing, and they're just like trying to get like attention. So like, how do you like, that's the hard thing about knowing, like with anonymous, like you can't tell what's real or what's bullshit just to get people to talk about you. Cause shit, anyone, there's a lot of people that will do a lot of fucked up and weird shit just for a single click, which is crazy.
I'm going to kill myself October 2nd. No one will remember me.
And this kept happening. Joe would go live, and sooner or later, somebody would show up in a genuine crisis, typing their darkest thoughts into a Twitch chat.
Don't want to be a mood killer. I just want to say my family basically bullies me every day, and I can't get them to stop. I've been thinking about suicide a lot.
When Joe first started getting these messages,
like, see, that I wouldn't believe for the sole reason you start with, yo, don't want to be a mood killer. Like, don't want to be a mood killer, and then proceed to say the worst thing ever. Hey, yeah, I know you're having a fun time on the game and everyone's enjoying you. I don't want to break the mood, but my life's going to shit, this, that. Like, of course you're going to break the mood. What? Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
just from chatters, his initial response was the same as anyone with the hearts would be. He wanted to help. Both on stream and off of it, Joe took the time to talk with those viewers, getting to know them on a personal level and giving them real advice just like you would with a friend.
You guys mean the world to me. If you need help with something like that, I can try my best. So that's why I'm kind of chilling or pausing the stream for the last like 15 minutes to talk about this, because that's important.
But there's a harsh reality that all streamers have to learn eventually. Your viewers aren't your friends. They can't be.
I have had probably 20 people come to me about themselves, like on live. The first 2 times it's happened, I have tried to like help them, and then it just ended badly in terms of them getting parasocial.
20 is a lot, but like, what's the range? 20 in like a month? 20 in like a year? Like, I feel like that'll determine the severity of it. If it's like 20 within a month, that is fucking crazy. Like, then at that point, some shit's like definitely fake. If you're getting 20 like suicide notes a month
Towards me and then nonstop coming to me.
You see, the relationship between a streamer and a viewer is way more complicated than a normal friendship. When
Yeah,
you spend
shit can
hours
get
watching
creepy.
someone through a screen
Shit can
day
get
after
mad
day, your
creepy.
brain starts doing something weird. You pick up their sense of humor, you learn their opinions, their moods, what makes them laugh and what sets them off. You come to know them the way you'd know a friend, except they have no idea you even exist.
Yeah, bro, parasocial relationships are mad creepy. I don't know if anyone saw. There is like this one Twitch streamer. It went on the news for a little bit. Like someone developed a genuine parasocial relationship to the point they broke into their house. I don't know if they were armed, but they broke into their house. Like shit could get bad. People are fucking crazy.
This is what's called a parasocial relationship, and it can be a dangerous thing.
Now a scary home invasion as 3 masked intruders with guns.
This is literally what I was talking about. This is literally what I was talking about. So they were armed. They were armed. They did have guns. Crazy.
Grab a popular influencer by the hair demanding money.
3 guys came into my room, turned all the lights on, and then they had the gun pointed at me.
While most parasocial
like more of like a
relationships don't reach
robbery
this
than a
level, there's
parasocial
always a
relationship.
possibility that it can.
3 popular Twitch streamers face a terrifying encounter while live
Oh,
streaming.
I remember this. I remember this. What was that? Cinna, Valkyrie, and Emeru? That didn't just some guys like come up and bother them and they're like fuck off and they didn't fuck off?
Along the Santa Monica Pier.
I'll kill you right now. Fuck off.
Oh, I didn't know he straight up said I'm gonna kill you right now. That's actually fucking crazy. Yo, you're live to like a whole bunch of people. Why are you like saying death threats like so casually?
If the streamer leans too far one way, they might come across as uninterested or cold, but lean too far the other, and viewers can mistake an occasional reply for friendship.
Please stop following me. It's getting weird. It's getting strange. I don't know you, okay? So please leave me alone.
That's where things can take a turn for the worst, because now that attention can turn into expectation. And when the expectation of a response to the next chat isn't met, it can feel less like being ignored by a streamer and more like a betrayal by someone that they thought they knew.
It's a weird parasocial relationship that forms, and you're not even aware that this person is forming that typically until they're like about to show up, or they do show up.
The gap is hard to manage, which is why most streamers keep a barrier up around the heavy personal stuff.
My sis is dead.
All right, let's try and keep it positive.
Please don't talk about side in my chat, please. This is something I just don't like to hear or talk about, you know.
Honestly, that's like in a way a good response, because you don't want to be like, obviously, like you want to help them, but you can't at the end of the day. You're not, there's so many other people that can help you. There's so many professionals that can help you. And it's just like, you don't want to be like, yeah, let me help you. You also want to keep vibes up in the chat. You don't want to have a full like 30-minute breakdown about someone offing themselves. And you also, like I said earlier, you just don't know if it's for attention.
You can't really blame them. At the end of the day, streamers are supposed to entertain. At some point, there has to be a boundary between caring about the people watching and becoming responsible for everything that they bring.
Let me cook here. You can care for your viewers, but you can't take care of them. You're not their mom and dad.
To the chat.
They become too attached to you, where they see you as an actual friend that they have. So I feel like that is kind of a boundary that you have to set as a streamer. But it's hard to gauge where that line is.
Joe had every reason to draw that same boundary. He'd answered the heavy messages, taken conversations off stream, and learned what could happen when things become too parasocial.
The first 2 times I helped somebody with like issues, they just kept messaging me, and then they like got upset when I stopped messaging them. So it's more so of that issue.
But mental health meant too much to him. Ignoring somebody who might not make it through the night was never a choice he could live with. After those early mistakes, Joe implemented 2 important factors that would eliminate those odd parasocial dynamics from coming into the picture. For starters, he removed any...
Joe, I love you, bro. You were the only thing that made me happy. Goodbye, Joe. I love you, bro. I just can't do it anymore. Hard goodbye. See, this I feel like is for attention. Because if you're going to say it, like, you're going to say it. But if you're spamming the same thing over and over, like, I can't do it. I can't do it every minute. I can't do it. Like, then I feel like you're just trying to get attention. You're trying to get a reaction, which I feel like getting a reaction out of someone, like using your mental health just to get a reaction to someone, I think is kind of fucked up. Because you're putting just the other person in a horrible situation just so you can get a reaction. Once Joe ends stream, I'm gone. Didn't even know me. I have no one left. I appreciate you trying to help. Once stream ends, I'm gonna do, like, look at the timestamps. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Like, thank you, Joe, you saved my life. Thank you, Joe, you saved my life. Thank you, Joe, you saved my life. Like, he's just copy and pasting. He's more focused on copy and pasting than this guy's health.
One-on-one interaction. All conversations with chatters were strictly held on stream from the Twitch chat.
I've prepared to go, tired of waiting for things to improve. You are my escape. Thank you, dude. If you're saying you're gonna kill yourself, don't. I know this was 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still here.
And second, but most importantly, he made the pivot from trying to be the help himself and became the middleman.
Fine if you're depressed and you want.
That is another thing too. Like, especially for bigger streamers, sometimes chat goes by so fast. There could be genuine messages that you just miss. Like going back to the guy spamming it. Like, I get you're spamming it every minute, and that's what I'm saying. You want a reaction, but like, some people will just send it and just be gone. And like, fuck. Like, if I'm playing like for example, zombies. If I'm playing zombies and someone sends a message like that, then I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to the game. I might look over after, but fuck, for these big streamers, that's fucking
come to me for advice. But when it comes to the gravity of seeking an expert is better than seeking Joe Bartolozzi, a Twitch streamer, TikToker. You know what I mean?
For those who came into the chat looking for help, Joe was there to give them a few.
Thank you for making my day brighter. My life sucks. Thank you for making my day brighter about my mom and dad. Thank you for making my day brighter about my mom died. You know, bye. Yeah, Aiden, I'm doing reaction vids right now, and then I'm going to do the super Easter egg later once Mikey gets on. So, goodbye, Joe. Goodbye, Joe. Like, I don't know, just these like 2-minute intervals.
Few encouraging words and push them in the right direction.
I've had not so good thoughts, if you know what I mean, and listening to your advice and others has helped me even during those hard times. If you ever have thoughts, reach out to somebody, genuinely. Go to a therapist, psychiatrist, talk to somebody that can help you. Not the answer. Like, there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator, especially seeing that I don't know the person. So that's why I try to do the charity streams for, like, you know, 988 or AFSP or Trevor Project. We're doing reactions today, and it's a charity stream. We raised $2,700, which was matched 3x by the Melinda Bill Gates Foundation. So dub in the chat for that. Goes to a good cause, saving lives.
And for a while, this worked pretty well. While it seems kind of small, Joe's brief but encouraging words were actually making a difference in people's lives.
I've been subbed for a year now, and I want to say thank you for helping me.
Go back. These are probably some of the best messages you can read. Like, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna off myself. It's like, hey, like, you've genuinely helped me. Hey, you're my best friend. You brought me up when I was on my lowest. Like, that's like the pride and joy of like being a streamer. I feel like just receiving a message like this. You're the highlight of my day. Keep doing what you're doing. That's like encouragement. That's not like, yeah.
Words were actually making a difference in people's lives.
I've been subbed for a year now, and I want to say thank you for helping me through this past year with having to deal with my grandpa's suicide and my own personal problems. You're definitely my favorite top streamer, and I hope you never stop.
But by the time Joe graduated college, things had started to change. His viewer count climbed to some of the highest in all of streaming, and managing the expectation of that many chatters is a totally different beast.
Like, right now, I average 10K. Chat's horrible.
Yeah, average like 1.
Yeah, I gotta lock in. I want to get into the videos. I'm starting to get stressed the f*** out. I'm starting to get stressed the f*** out. I could tell this was gonna happen at the start of stream when I got like 9 messages just unloaded onto me.
With this many viewers watching, Joe found himself caught between two groups that wanted completely different things from him. Because on one hand, some viewers felt that he wasn't doing enough to help.
I guess even my favorite streamer doesn't care about me. Lame comment.
That's the thing. it's not their responsibility to take care of you. Like, Joe's there to make a video and to stream, and that's his day. He is not there to be your parent or anything. Hold on, my dog wants out. Give me a sec. We're back.
5,000 people in my stream that are spamming right now. I'm also playing a video game, and then I don't respond to you, and you pull this guilt trip here.
But on the other...
That too. See, this is another message I think is for attention. Like, oh, notice me. And then the little comment, like, pick me, like, oh, guess my favorite streamer doesn't even care about me. Jeez, really, no one does. Like, this is real. Like, I'm sorry, I feel bad. But if you're begging for this much attention, there are professionals that will literally be there for you and acknowledge everything you're trying to say to Joe right now, who's just trying to play video games.
I'm also playing a video game, and then I don't respond to you, and you pull this guilt trip here.
But on the other hand, there was a totally different group of viewers that were tired of the stream constantly stopping.
Jesus, dude, I like watching your streams, but when you go on rants like this, that's all you do all the time. That's annoying. Play the game. Do me a favor and never watch me again. Do me a favor and go f*** yourself.
No matter what Joe did, someone felt ignored, and the messages were starting to get more demanding. Early.
Sorry, that is another thing too. What type of message is that? Jeez, I love watching you play games. I just hate when you talk. Motherfucker, it's his stream. It's not your stream. If you want to play games and not talk so much, play your own damn game.
On, people would briefly mention that they were struggling, and Joe would offer a few words of encouragement. Now they wanted more.
Like every stream, it's been getting more and more and more and more like involved, where people are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't. I'm sorry.
But the hardest part was figuring out who genuinely needed help and who was only looking for attention.
How do you balance keeping everybody happy and then also sorting through people who are just doing it for attention?
I mean, that's the struggle. Because I'm a suicide prevention advocate, that is an avenue that a lot of people use to manipulate their way into being noticed or speaking to me on stream. And so, yeah, if there's 10 chats saying they're suicidal, 6 of them are fake. Because I do so much mental health advocacy, the amount of people that come into my chat and fake being suicidal is absurd. I had one chatter that came in and they say, hey, I'm the mother of so-and-so. He took his own life. I just wanted to let you know you were his favorite streamer. I'm sorry that he took his life. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry. I hope you're all right. I'm sorry for the loss of your son. Ugh. Come to find out, they come back a month later and they're like, my brother typed that, banned his, blocked him. You're the chatter? I knew that, bro. I'm banning you, man. That's fucking weird as shit.
This leaves Joe stuck making a decision that's difficult to get right.
If I'm being honest, I think a law...
Wow, I genuinely believe that message. I actually believe that message when you read it. And then you're telling me, that is fucked up, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. People do anything just for a second of attention.
Large portion of people that come into my chat and say stuff that's idle are lying. But I have to treat them all as if they're real, because then I could, on an off chance, not take somebody seriously that is serious. And that's the worst thing you could do.
Ignoring the wrong message could have serious consequences, but responding to every message was impossible, and the pressure of trying was beginning to wear him down.
I feel bad, and I've talked about this. It's like, I wish I could help, but like sometimes I can't, you know?
I would have given
up. There's only so much I'm able to do as a creator, especially seeing that I don't know the person.
But there's one message that weighs on Joe the most. It's one that he's heard over and over again, that for some viewers, he's the only reason that they're still alive.
Just save my life, Dad. I'm so.
You were there when my dad passed.
I only stopped from killing myself once because I had.
You saved me from ending my own life more than anyone should. I've realized so much because of you. I can't thank you enough. You unknowingly have helped me with a lot. My life has gotten about a lot better since watching you from your philosophy stuff. Never had a favorite streamer until I watched your streams, and it kind of saved my life. No pressure. I wanted to myself. You saved my life. I did not save your life. You saved your own life. Please get the help you need, though. If I'm the only reason that you stopped, wanting to kill yourself in that moment, you need a lot of help outside of just watching my content.
When you hear some of those stories, how big of a toll does that take on you? Because, like, I don't know, I'm watching through some of their clips, talking to people like this, a lot of the chat is asking, who is checking on Joe?
I'm starting therapy soon.
That is true. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's low-key on some Spider-Man shit. Like, everyone's just coming to you for help, just, like, loading their problems onto you. And no one's like, hey, Joe, I know you're going through a lot. Like, do you want to talk about it? Yada, yada. Because, I mean, you can't really do that. It's an online relationship. So, it sucks.
I'm not saying it's bad to have my videos as, like, something to fall back on to make you feel happier. Versus, like, I'm suicidal, your videos are the only thing that's keeping me alive.
Take a second and think about what that actually means for the person receiving it. Somebody just told you that your uploads are load-bearing for their existence.
Don't tell me that. Like, I'm glad I'm able to help, man, but, like, get help. Like, get help. Please.
So, what happens if you take a break? What happens if you burn out and quit? On some level, Joe now feels like he has to keep posting, because somewhere out there, somebody's hanging on by his streaming schedule.
There will be people that will, like, come to my chat and they're like, hey, you prevented me from killing myself because I saw one of your videos and it made me laugh. On surface level, that's great. If you're me, now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start killing themselves.
And beyond the pressure, there's the sheer exposure to darkness. Joe's DMs and chat are a constant stream of people's lowest moments. And when you're surrounded...
I actually think he was about to say what I'm about to say. If you're constantly just getting negativity, like just negative after negative after negative, that shit stacks up. Like, people don't realize one person sends it, and if you have, like, Joe in case has, like, 40,000 people, one person sends it thinking, oh, okay, it's just me. Nope, there's probably, like, 500 people sending the same, almost identical message, and that shit stacks up, and then it just breaks your mental. Like, you're just, like, looking at that like, fuck, man.
Surrounded by that much pain for that long, it eventually starts to get in.
That's, like, the one thing is the emotional drain, I guess. Like, I put a lot out.
After every stream, Joe sits there for an hour just coming back down from what the job took out of him.
Like, when I'm done stream, I get off, I literally sit there in, like, silence for maybe an hour. I need, like, time to decompress just because that is a lot at times. It takes a toll, and I've gotten used to it, but it kind of builds. Like, I'll be good for a month, and then there will be a week where I'm just, like, not there emotionally, I guess. And that's, like, a problem.
So the obvious question is, why keep doing it? Every other streamer proved you can just let the messages scroll and the career survives. Joe could put up the full wall tomorrow and nobody could really blame him.
I'm not sitting here acting like I'm some role model, but if people are going through stuff and I recognize that they're watching my content to help them, that I want them to have some sort of guidance of redirection to be better themselves and also better their own mental health in a way that's good for them.
Joe did the math and decided helping people is worth what it costs him.
I enjoy making people happy more than the other aspects of the job. And that's what enables me to deal with this too. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, push through the negative because you make money. I think I push through the negative because I can affect people more positively here than any other job that I could possibly be doing.
But once he saw what his platform could do for people at their lowest, walking away from that stopped being an...
Joe, thank you. My mom was diagnosed with cancer about 9 months ago. We would watch your videos and streams. We love your fuck that word. Streams. She also majored in... Dude, I'm brain farting on this word. Philosophy. We loved your philosophy stream. She also majored in philosophy. A week ago, I found out she has 2 more days to live. One of the final things, ... is probably a request.
An option he could live with.
Thank you. My mom was diagnosed with cancer about...
Well, TTS read it out. I did not think they were going to read it out. I thought I was going to skip to the next thing.
9 months ago.
Sorry to
we
hear
would
that.
watch your videos and streams. We loved your philosophy streams. She also majored in philosophy.
Really?
A week ago I found out she has
2 more days to live. One of the final things we did was watch one of your YouTube videos. Your videos remind me of good memories. She passed away yesterday and you helped me cope. Just wanted to say thank you so much. You helped more than you'll ever know.
See, that's a good message. Like, what? Like, it's attention grabbing, but in a good, positive way. Like, sure, it's a sad message, but it's also like just that one little sentence of, hey, you remind me of good memories. Like, just means probably the world to Joe. Shit, I'm a little teary-eyed from that. Like, that's a good message. I mean, it sucks. Like, I feel bad for the guy's mom, but he's not over here like, hey, I'm gonna end it all. Please respond. No, he's like, look, like, a bad thing happened. I just wanted to know that you made it better. Like, you helped me.
Oh my God. Yo, that's just gonna make me cry. It's a fucking weird job, dude. It's a weird job doing social media. There's a lot of shit, but it's one of the most, like, rewarding experiences. Just to be able to be someone to help other people is something that I want to do. Yeah, the money's good. Yeah, it's fun to play video games and shit. But, like, on a deeper level, dude, being able to make people's days is, like, genuinely what I want to do. And I'm glad that I can.
That's what I want to do. I'll like Jinx is reacting to it too. Well, that's the only streamer that cares by golf cart. I know he's got a whole bunch more.